Oxygen levels.
Oxygen levels are at maximum.
Set a course for Dark Waters 9. You guys are not going to believe this. They found a white Liberian lynx in Mexico. Just look at this creature, guys. That is crazy. I can almost see how this could be the rarest cat in the world. Because, I mean, look how majestic it looks. It almost looks like a human hybrid almost. Like it just morphed into a cat or something. You can't tell me people would love to take these things as pets. I can see how it's rare. Look at his mittens. That thing's got some paws.
This is not a good sign. A wildlife photographer in southern Spain captured what's believed to be the first ever white Iberian lynx. An animal once on the brink of extinction, fewer than 100 Iberian lynxes were left just 2 decades ago, but conservation efforts have brought them back from near extinction.
Oh, it's pronounced Iberian. I thought it was Liberian. Iberian Sphinx.
This unique white lynx could mark a new chapter in the species' recovery story. Maybe they have a hidden lineage of white lynxes in their genes. We don't even know about it. But remember when that tsunami hit Russia just a couple months ago? There were white beluga whales washed ashore just the day before the tsunami and the earthquakes happened. So what hidden message are we not seeing with these auspicious sightings? I'll keep you guys updated.
Wow, a white deer. An albino deer. That has to be a sign. What would that mean? Then you got the legendary white bat from Ace Ventura. But tell me this doesn't remind you of the airbender, but an actual albino deer is wild, like pure white. Here's the footage of an all white deer. That has to be a sign. And look how he's just chilling near the road. I wonder what this means.
Dude, I just pulled up to my house. Look at this deer. It's white with gray spots. Oh my God. I've never seen anything like this. This is like 1 in a million. I have to get close. I have to get close. Hey, buddy. Hi. No, don't run. Oh my God. Hey, buddy.
Throw an apple or some carrots.
Hey. Hi. What are you doing? What's your name? You're young. Oh my God. The most beautiful thing I think I've ever seen in my house. Where are you? Look at him. I wish I could zoom in more. Dude.
I should have got a picture of this huge buck that was right behind my house. That thing was massive. It had the antlers and everything. It was huge. I thought it was a horse for a second. I wonder what people say what white deers mean. What does it mean?
But what does it mean?
It says seeing a white deer is often seen as a good omen across many cultures, symbolizing good luck, spiritual connection, and purity and new beginnings. Wow, how magical is that? So we almost can say that links could be a good thing too. You know, seeing something pure like that could mean a new beginning, new things, you know. Speaking about seeing crazy stuff in the wilderness, look at what they caught here in the wilderness. A drone pilot testing his thermal camera.
This is one of the strangest and most unsettling videos ever captured by a wilderness drone pilot. That night, he brought a thermal imaging camera to a remote mountain range far from any sign of human life. At first, everything looked normal: mountains, rocks, trees. But near the edge of a cliff, he saw 9 figures standing together. They were arranged in a circle, as if performing some kind of ritual. Photographer froze, but the real horror came next.
What is that thing he is dragging? And it looks hot because of the thermal imaging. I believe white means it's hotter. So whatever he's dragging, it's still warm.
Footage, one person was dragging a long human-shaped bag. Moments later, the 9 figures became 8. So where did the missing one go? He kept recording and spotted a small house glowing white in the distance. The thermal camera showed someone was inside. It was one of the 9 figures. Just as he tried to get closer, the final scene appeared. One person chasing another into the forest. And then the screen went still. No one knows what happened after that.
Watch this. Douche, 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 douche. Each step is like a 4 of his. He's not getting very far. Speaking about spotting crazy animals, look what my man spotted. You know, we see griffins all over the flags from Tartaria. We see griffins in Harry Potter, I believe. You know, for Gryffindor. Ooh, that might be a connection. So there's all types of stuff out here. We got shape-shifting, skinwalker ranch. We got dogmen. We got mothmen out there. So how far-fetched could it be that they actually caught this? Or AI might be just getting out of control. Talk to me. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. You know, I'm looking at this and I'm trying to see, man, if AI can't detect this, this has to be the new AI that the old AI can't detect. Or CERN busting portals open. They got griffins flying through. The feathers look a little bit too good for it to be a costume. So it's like, I don't know. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What could this possibly be?
Oh my gosh, look at that. It's a perfect circle. You can see the whales and they're all just going around it. That goes so deep.
If I had to take a guess on what this is, I would say a crater that eventually got water on top of it. Because if we look at this and compare that, we basically compare it to any meteorite crater. Look at this one. All right, we take that image and look at this. I would say that's a crater. Or some people even theorize these are the spots, because it's roughly 300 of them. These are the spots that the fallen angels fell. I know, right? It's crazy. Because I believe the same number of these craters match up to the same number of angels that have fallen. Now that's a rabbit hole. King Tut's treasures haven't been all together in more than a century until now. If you guys haven't heard, the Grand Egyptian Museum now has all of the available King Tut's artifacts on display at the Grand Egyptian Museum. If we ever had to take a field trip as a collective, this would have to be the spot, wouldn't it? Meet up at the Grand Egyptian Museum.
Come with me to the new Grand Egyptian Museum in Cairo, Egypt. By the time it's completed, this will be the largest museum dedicated to a single civilization. It has been under construction for quite a few years and it is now partially open. I was able to stop by and explore as much as possible. They have a large shopping area that almost looks like a mall. Different stores, restaurants, they even have a scavenger hunt that you can take part in. It's an additional fee, but everyone's a winner. The museum's also notable because it's going to house the contents of King Tut's tomb. That's over 5,000 gold pieces. You can currently attend a multimedia experience about the famous king and see the grand staircase that has over 60 artifacts. Another thing to note is that they're building a connection from this museum directly to the pyramids. So there's some changes coming to the complex. My name is Jen from Jen on the Jet Plane. Follow for more.
Hey guys, from the Pyramids of Giza, where they're about to officially launch the Grand Egyptian Museum. This is the museum. You can see it there. Amazing view. Inside, 5,000 of King Tutankhamun's artifacts found in his tomb in the Valley of the Kings, some distance from here. And many of them have never been seen before. Amazing. We got an inside look. Come with us.
Entering this immense atrium is awe-inspiring. You walk into this incredible hall to find Ramses II. Here he is. The biggest statue in the entire museum. 3,500 years old, sent from the past to guard this place. And what a place.
With 12 newly constructed exhibition halls, the pharaoh's new home overlooks their old home.
So this is Sharif, and he is one of the archaeologists here at this incredible Grand Egyptian Museum. How many artifacts are here, Sharif?
About 17,000 coffins, sarcophagus, different kinds of statues belonging to different periods of the ancient Egyptian history.
Every artifact holds a secret.
And this weekend, a new gallery will be unveiled, dedicated to King Tutankhamun, known as King Tut. The museum's promotional video offering glimpses.
This is ancient Egypt brought back to life.
This is so different from the old Egyptian museum that was in Tahrir Square in central Cairo. There's even a Starbucks.
A modern museum fit for a pharaoh like Tutankhamun, our very own 21st century version of the Egyptian pyramids.
These are the treasures I want to see in that exhibit.
7 of the most significant treasures found in King Tutankhamun's tomb. 1. Dagger. King Tutankhamun's tomb contains several weapons, including 2 daggers, one made of gold and the other of iron. The blade of the iron dagger is made of an alloy that contains high levels of iron, nickel, and cobalt, which has...
Yeah, I was just about to say that I believe that's a Damascus blade that they claim came from a meteorite, allegedly.
has led some researchers to speculate that the blade may have been of extraterrestrial origin. It is believed that the iron used in the blade of this dagger was sourced from a meteorite that fell to Earth and landed in an area that is now modern-day Syria. The golden dagger has a blade made of gold and is decorated with a falcon and a jackal. 2. Gold mask. The gold mask of King Tut is one of the most iconic treasures of ancient Egypt. It weighs over 22 pounds and is made of solid gold. It was designed to...
Do you guys really think that's the only gold mask that they ever made? I believe that there's more, and they got it hidden away from us.
Cover the head and shoulders of the mummified pharaoh and was meant to protect his face and ensure his immortality in the afterlife. The mask is exquisitely crafted and is adorned with a variety of precious stones, including lapis lazuli, obsidian, and turquoise. The eyes of the mask are made of obsidian and quartz, while the eyebrows and eyelashes are made of inlaid glass. 3. Canopic Shrine. The canopic shrine found in King Tutankhamun's tomb was a wooden shrine covered in gold leaf that contained the 4 canopic jars holding the pharaoh's organs. The canopic jars were used in ancient Egyptian funerary practices to store the organs of the deceased, as it was believed that these organs were necessary for the pharaoh's journey into the afterlife. The shrine was designed to protect the canopic jars and ensure their safe passage into the afterlife. 4. Sarcophagus. The sarcophagus of King Tutankhamun is an elaborate set of 3 nesting coffins, with the innermost coffin made of solid gold. The sarcophagus was discovered in the burial chamber of King Tutankhamun's tomb and is considered one of the most iconic and valuable treasures from the tomb. 5. Ankh. An ankh symbolizes life in ancient Egypt. King Tut had several ankhs in his tomb, made of gold and decorated with precious stones. It was considered one of the most powerful and popular symbols of the ancient Egyptian culture. The symbol consists of a looped cross that represents eternal life. Among the ankhs found in King Tutankhamun's tomb was a special ankh made of a rare green stone called serpentine, and it was one of the most exquisite examples of ancient Egyptian jewelry found in the tomb. 6. Colossal statue. A life-sized statue of King Tut made of black granite was also found in his tomb. It stands at 6 feet tall and depicts the pharaoh in a traditional pose with his arms crossed, wearing the royal Nemes headdress and holding a crook and flail, symbols of his authority. The statue is now housed in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo, where it is a popular attraction for visitors from around the world. 7. Golden Throne. The golden throne found in King Tut's tomb is one of the most beautiful and important treasures from his reign. The throne was made of wood and covered with gold and inlaid with precious stones. It was also adorned with intricate carvings and scenes from his life, including depictions of Tutankhamun and his queen, Enkhsenamen, sitting together, as well as images of the pharaoh hunting and engaging in other activities.
That's the first time I've heard of his queen, Enkhsenamen. Interesting.
High in Armenia's mountains stand 6,000-year-old dragon stones, giant monuments no one could explain. New research shows they marked sacred water sites and ancient irrigation, proof of a prehistoric culture built around life-giving springs. Created before Stonehenge, what other secrets still sleep in these mountains?
Armenia's mountains stand 6,000-year-old dragon stones. Only a giant could have lifted and picked up one of those bad boys. Let's see if we can actually locate one of these dragon stones. Oh, it looks like there's 2 of them. Really? Let's see what this one looks like first. Oh, they don't got any pictures. How dare them? We want to see the dragon stones. That is crazy. Okay, we do have a couple pictures. They almost look like fingers coming up from the ground, don't they? Interesting. Of course, they got some area blocked off. But I really wonder what's under these stones is the question.
If you put food out in the sun, it gets dehydrated. If I put food out in the full moonlight, it gets putrefied. It putrefies really fast. So it rots. It's exactly opposite. And then you can also, at nighttime, when the moon is full, you can pull out a thermometer and put it out in the light of the moon, right? And let's say, as an example, the thermometer reads 70 degrees in the full moonlight. If I put it in the shade of the moonlight, it actually gets warmer. And I pull it out, it gets colder again. So the moon's light is cold. It's not hot, so it's not reflecting the sun. It has nothing to do with the sun. That's what I mean by it's its own light. And that's a simple scientific experiment. Anybody can do it. Thermometer. I don't know if you've ever done it, but I've lived in the northern climates before, and a lot of times if I park my car under a tree, I'll come out to my windshield, to my car in the morning, and half of my windshield will be frozen and the other half won't be. So it's happened many, many times, and
I love that shirt he's got on. That's right up my alley.
I thought about it until a few years ago, and I put it all together. I'm like, wow. The reason it frosted over is because the full moon light hit that part of the windshield, and this part was underneath the tree in the shade.
So we're rotating around the Earth, the sun.
Exactly. I'm proposing to you that the sun and the moon are moving around us, just like it looks like. They are the same size, not 400 miles further, bigger, and 400 times further apart. It's very much the same. The sun, and as astrologically speaking, I think the moon has just as much of an impact as the sun on us. One is our conscious side, one's our unconscious side. One's gold, one's silver, one's hot, one's cold. From our perspective, the moon and the sun are the same size. From our perspective, but they tell us, science tries to tell us that we're going around the sun, and the moon's going around us. It looks like, and from our experience, it looks like the sun and the moon are different. They're the exact same size. They have power. We can feel their power. Like if you believe in astrology at all, like all of our ancestors have always believed it. They believe that the sun, the moon, and all the stars, each of the individual stars have their own power. They have their own potency that they're affecting us. So like if you're born on a particular day of the year, okay, that's your sun sign, you're a Gemini. And then the exact day that you're born will know, okay, that's where the moon was in the sky. And then they can take a picture of the entire sky. They know exactly where all the planets were the moment you were born. And that's going to impact your entire life. All of our ancestors said the sun is masculine, the moon's feminine. I mean, we just go on and on and on. And it makes sense. Like if you see the world like that, everything starts clicking, like all these weird questions that we have from
I believe in Enoch, it talks about the female. I believe she has a name.
Our normal, from our perspective, from our society, are all basically they're all science questions. They're like, well, if we this and that, then and then you come up with all these weird questions. But if you just see the Earth as simple, that's how I see it. It's just very simple. Basically, what it boils down to is the sun is not the center of our galaxy. We are. The sun, the moon, all the planets are revolving around us. And not just us as a whole, but I like to tell people, like, your mom and dad told you the world doesn't revolve around you. And I like to tell them, yeah, it does, actually. It totally revolves around you. Whatever you think and believe is the world that you're going to have. Your thoughts, your perspective, the things you expect happen. We live in a magical universe.
This is just a theory for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research on everything. But I did want to touch about the sun being a female.
For all of you in the comments who want to know where in the book of Enoch it said that the moon would change its path, here you go. These Roman numerals translate to chapters 79 through 83, sections 3 through 5. It's laid out a bit differently than a traditional Bible is. And the moon shall alter her order, and
her order
not appear at her time. But other translations, actually the first translation says, and the moon shall alter its path.
Did you know that Cain made the first covenant with the fallen angel Azazel? Him and Azazel, they made some deals, of course. He taught him all the secrets of building and making beautiful cities and big giant gates and welding, and he was a metal worker, and he gave him all kinds of different talents, taught his children like Enoch. But see, of course, a part of this contract, Azazel took Cain's oldest daughter, and through this creation they did have a child. The first Nephilim child was a female her name was Hag. And if you were to just Google research who Hag is, she is the mother of Grendel. You might have heard of it. It's called Beowulf. Yes.
What the hell did I just step upon?
There is a movie about the fallen angel Nephilim who teaches or convinces Ben to have, and procreates with her and has all these different Nephilim children.
Is that where that term came from? What is a hag? Yeah, that's not a really good word. And these waters be getting deep, y'all. And it says they're sometimes considered remnants of ancient nature goddess. I'm not too sure about this one, y'all. Keep y'all head on a swivel. Eat the meat and spit out the bones, but I don't think there's any meat here. What y'all doing for Halloween? Me? Absolutely nothing. I made some chicken noodle soup I got cooking It's gonna be delicious on this cold day, you know, throat's a little scratchy. I'm afraid to even type in Halloween 2025. I already know it's just about to be a whole bunch of inappropriate dressing going on. You know, a lot of people, they say the veil is the thinnest right now. That's what they say. This is New York's biggest Halloween parade is back. They bumping the Thriller, Michael Jackson, of course. You did an excellent acting job. She's having fun. I'm not mad at you. Have your fun, trick or treat. I might be a little mad. Go out, take a shot for me while you're out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do it.
Today I only managed to work on one scene. Took about 5 hours. Tried things out, moved things around, got them exactly how I wanted them. And that is the 2025 zombie scene, as you can see. I have the distortions, I call them the hybrid zombie mummy, kind of splitting those two scenes. We have a collection of props from all different places. We've got some spirit, distortions, unit 70 up top. I think it's the scariest scene I've probably ever done. Definitely spent more time thinking about prop placement than I usually do.
Yeah, he did an excellent job as far as the work, but you know, this just is not scary to me. You know, you can put any type of monster or creature in front of me, I'm not going to be scared. You know, the real monsters, you know, I've seen, you know, in other people, demons, you know, that's scary. Seeing the demons manifest from other human beings. You know, you're looking at this, I can smell the plastic from here. You know, it's just like, you know. But when a human is possessed, you know, and those demons start popping through, that's scary to me. I seen it one time. It was an Amish lady. And it was going around that time, everyone was wearing the mask. And she decided not to wear her mask. And just the look she was giving everybody, I just was like, dang. You know, you could see the demon like right under her skin and her face. The demon was almost manifesting. You know, and it reminds me of that video we were watching yesterday about how demons like to control us like a video game, you know, because they don't have access to this world. Like how we don't have access to a video game, they don't have the video game world, they don't have access to the real world. So they try to use us to play this game of life, get a taste of it. That would be intimidating though. Somebody chasing you with a chainsaw, that'll get you running. You know, my chicken noodles up there simmering. I don't got nothing else to do. Let's type in the origins of Halloween while we're at it.
Halloween was once the darkest night of the year, not a cheerful day of masks and candy. Over 2,000 years ago, the ancient Celts in Ireland and Scotland celebrated Samhain, a night of fear when the worlds of the living and the dead touched. They believed that on this night the spirits of their ancestors returned to earth, along with evil forces rising from the darkness. To calm them and protect themselves, people lit great fires, hid behind masks made of skin and bone, and left food outside their doors as a sign of respect. Centuries later, when the Romans conquered the Celtic lands, they didn't abolish Samhain. They merged it with their own festival, Feralia, a day dedicated to the dead. The old Celtic holiday gradually lost its darker tone and became more a day of remembrance than of fear. But the pagan spirit of those traditions survived even after the arrival of Christianity, so the Church tried to reshape them. Pope Gregory III declared November 1st as All Saints' Day, a feast dedicated to saints and martyrs meant to replace the old celebrations of the dead. The night before became All Hallows' Eve, a night in which ancient pagan customs survived under a new name, and thus Halloween was born. The day when centuries of fear turned into celebration and remembrance of the dead into festivity. Halloween.
That's what they do now. You saw how they left their food out? They left food out. They leave their food out and shut their doors. That's what people do now. They don't even pass out candy. They'll just shut their door, put a giant bowl of candy out there and watch you on their Ring camera. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do now. Same thing, y'all. And none of that candy's the best stuff for you. With all those artificial dyes and stuff, you really don't want to be eating too much of that stuff. I'm not the best person to be giving food advice. As much fried chicken I be eating and biscuits and honey. Man, I be going crazy. You guys already know what time it is. If you thought I didn't have another excellent specimen for you today, think again. I'm kind of want to go a Halloween route with this, you know, but there's no way I can spin it with Halloween. I was going to say like candy corn or something, but nah, that's whack. But look at the velvety texture of this double termination calcite is what it's called. Layered with red quartz sugar. It does look like sugar. Like a Grand Canyon jewel. Drop those names in the comments below. I love reading your guys' names. What would you name this? If I had to name this specimen, I would call this the Jewel of the Grand Canyon. That's all we have for today's video. If you made it this far, the code word is chicken noodle soup. Go ahead and drop chicken noodle soup in the comments below. When you do that, that lets me know you're a real one. You made it all the way through the video and you really rock with your boy. And I just want to say thank you for your support. Be sure to find the notification bell and set notifications to all so you don't miss nothing and don't miss out on any of the action. This was the most mysterious TikToks on the internet today. See you later.